Hey everyone, it's Kristen. I'm so excited to be with you guys today. I have been loving this Devo and weekend series called Soul Care. It has been amazing so far, and I know that it's going to continue to be. So we're going to go straight to our scripture here out of Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 through 2. And it says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus," remember that, "the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. Because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, disregarding its shame. Now he is seated at the place of honor beside God's throne." These for real are some of my favorite scriptures and some that I go back to and read many times. There's a couple things that really stick out to me here. And the first thing is it says to take off the weight that so easily entangles us. And the second says to fix our eyes on Jesus. So let's talk about the first, because I feel like we cannot do the second, fix our eyes on Jesus, truly until we've done the first and we've let off those weights. So there's many things that can weigh us down or be the weights that so easily entangle us, like the scripture says. It talks about sin, and that is one of those weights that easily entangles us. It can be a number of any sins. It doesn't have to be what we qualify as the big sins or the little sins, because they're all the same, but it could be anything we might be dealing with sin-wise, and it can even be things that are not sin. I feel like things that we're carrying, maybe it's hurt, maybe it's like trauma or hurt or different things we've been through that we're carrying around, and it's weighing us down. It could be busyness in our schedules that sometimes, it can become a season to where it's a weight that we're carrying. It's weighing us down. There are so many things that we can carry that can cause us to not really be able to fully run this race. And as it says in the scripture here in Hebrews, it's a race of endurance. And endurance is something that we build up, and it's something that keeps going through the hard times, keeps going through the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the first thing we have to think about is what weights are we carrying that are tripping us up, that are weighing us down. Because the second thing here where it talks about we do this, we run this race of endurance, we finish this race God has set before us by keeping our eyes on Jesus. It says right here in verse 2. And so we've got to set these things down so that we can keep our eyes on Jesus. I think about that scripture, I believe it's in Matthew, when it talks about our yoke, given our burdens to Jesus, and he gives us his yoke because his yoke is light and it's easy to carry. And that also reminds me here of taking off this weight. Like it's taking these weights, these things that are weighing us down, these sins, these things we're carrying, and giving them to God. And when he places his yoke on us, I looked it up one time, just interested, and it's actually, the picture I saw was wooden. It might be made out of different things at different times, but it's something that was placed on like mules around their necks for them to be guided, right? And so it says that yoke that God places on us is light. It doesn't say the burden's completely gone, but it does say that it's light and that he can guide us. So that's another scripture that I feel like goes in with this when we're talking about those weights. That's one way we can take that weight off. But it's so that we can fix our eyes on Jesus, because he is the one who can truly give us rest. And the way we fix our eyes on him is by laying these things down that are holding us back, the chaos that might distract us. Like I said, the schedules. Maybe we're going so much that we're not even taking a second to spend some time with God to be filled up or fueled for the day that's before us. Maybe we're in a season of grief, and we're so bogged down by that grief and that hurt that we're not able to feel like we can go before God and connect with him to be filled up and fueled. Whatever it is, we can bring it to him and just fix our eyes on Jesus, because he is the perfecter of our faith, and he is the one who will give us rest. So I want us all right now, first of all, just to think about what weight we might be carrying that could be holding us back. What weight can we bring before God and say, I lay this down. I place this weight on you. It's too heavy for me, but you can carry it. And the second thing is, am I fixing my eyes on Jesus? Maybe you don't feel like you're carrying any weight, but ask yourself that question. Are my eyes fixed on Jesus? Am I resting in him? Am I trusting in him? Because that's something that I know I could do better with each and every day. So I hope that you guys are encouraged by these scriptures as much as I am, challenged by these scriptures as much as I am. And you want to make sure that you are here for the rest of this series. You don't want to miss soul care on our weekends or during the week during our devotions. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day.